like on my ego.
You like on my ego.
11!
What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Stranger Things trailer video. Now, I absolutely love the fact that they opened it up with the Eggo Waffles advert, which was pretty funny and obviously has become somewhat of a meme about the first season. And there's also a really, really cool pop vinyl, which you can get with 11 holding the box of Eggos, which I want to get. And if you want pop vinyls, you can get 25% off Pop in a Box in my description. So there's a link in there for that. Really cool service. So yeah, bit of a plug there. Sorry guys. So Stranger Things Season 2. This trailer dropped during the Super Bowl. Go Patriots. I'm sorry, I've got to let it out there. I'm a huge Tom Brady and English Patriots fan. So yeah, boy. So this is somewhat of a very 11-centric trailer, which makes obvious all kinds of sense because obviously 11 is really the thing or the MacGuffin that has given us all of this story. So last we saw of her, she was receiving box of Eggos in the forest, the woods, and they were actually being taken. So she's somewhat on the run, and I predict that she's doing this just to keep her newfound friendship group safe. And I reckon she'll probably come back even more powerful than she was in the first season, and maybe in a bit more control of her powers. But it's a bit weird. She looks here, she's just woken up and she's bleeding there, so she's obviously just used her powers. So I'm really excited, and obviously the actress is going to be in the brand new Godzilla sequel. So it's big stuff for her. She was fantastic in this show, so she deserves it. So the world is turning upside down. Now this could easily just be a simple little tagline, but we know that the upside down is the weird dimension that has all of these monsters, is obviously the opposite of our Earth and our dimension. So what I expect is more incursions. We'll see more of the Demogorgons in this world, and maybe more of the Upside Down. We saw briefly parts of it in the first season, but it was more of a big reveal and actually showing us what it is, as opposed to of really exploring it. And maybe the Upside Down are trying to get into our Earth. Now we have a conduit, which is our very quiet best friend of 11. So there will be somewhat of a time jump. This image was actually released a few days ago before the trailer was actually released, and it, well, looks like they are dressing up as the Ghostbusters, which is 1984. So we're going to be having a time jump here, and, well, it'll be interesting to see how much these characters have moved on since these problems, and I really don't think that 11 and all of those issues have been forgotten. So it's interesting how they're going to get brought back into this story, and the creators have said that it's going to be more of a James Cameron sequel, which I would look to as Aliens. So we've got Aliens as well, which is not a direct sequel, but it's kind of like a spiritual sequel. So bear with me here. It's a lot more like returning to the issues as opposed to like cliffhangers, etc. But we did expect it to actually drop around the end of summer in September, going by the teasers that were released on the Netflix Twitter, which I thought was really clutching at straws there. Really, really clutching at straws. But Halloween, so this makes a lot of sense here, because how many of you are going to dress up as characters from this show. It's going to be last year Halloween all over again. So I think it's a good time to release this series and drop it then, because, well, it's spooky and, well, the best time. And I expect this to be set around Halloween, as we saw the kids there dressed as the Ghostbusters. So it looks like we're getting bigger monsters here, going by this drawing. Now, it's not clear who has drawn this, but going by the baseball there on the table, it does what I think would look like to be a drawing by Will. And what is actually happening, because this looks fucking spooky, if you ask me. It looks terrifying. Now, it's going to be a very interesting thing if we do see incursions into this world. Now, what I expect, I probably think that Will is going to have even more kind of nightmares and visions and seeing things of the upside down as it goes on. And that drawing is probably from what he saw outside here. So I think that this will lead him to look for 11 even more than he would want to. So we've got hazmat suits again and the flamethrowers, which I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I probably would hazard a guess the fact that they're going to have to take down a lot of these villains, these monsters. So that's probably what they mean by the fact that it's going to be more of an Aliens sequel. It's going to be a lot more action. So that's it for this video. Please drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.